Good morning, my friends. Welcome to another really early morning. Woke up looking red and my skin is feeling very dry and oily at the same time. Yay. So I need a little bit more coverage for my foundation today, but I need the moisture. So I am going to use my moisturizer. This one is by Natori. I bought it in Japan, but in Sweden you can find it at H&M and all different kinds of places. So I'm going to use a little dot, not much, just a little smidge. And I'm going to take my full coverage foundation. This one is Shiseido's, need my glasses. Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. It's a very good one, but it's quite high coverage. So I'm taking 2 pumps of that one. And then I will be mixing them. It's a really good tip if you want to have a little bit of a more tinted moisturizer kind of thing going on. But you can see that it's quite full coverage. It looks really pale on me. I'm in the color Opal 130, but as you can see, it does have my skin color. It's just that I have redness in my face, especially after washing it. I always tend to get a bit red, but when it sets down, it will actually be the same color as my neck. This foundation also, it does have a way to like ending up in showing up my texture around my mouth. So I'm trying it with the moisturizer to thin it out a bit and see if it helps. It's not my favorite. I actually prefer this one by Shiseido. This one I have in color Linen, and it's called, hold on, the Revitaliscent Skin Glow. So that's a bit more glowy, but it doesn't have the same coverage, and today I need good coverage. There we go. I think we are just about done. I always say I have an old nose piercing, so I have like a big hole that I need to make sure that I get some foundation into, otherwise it will show up quite dramatically. Might be easy if I just put something in the piercing instead, but I haven't used it for years, so I'm not sure if I can. Probably could. Had it for a good decade. There we go. I'm always, dropping some brushes on the floor as usual. Always struggling a bit to get it on my hairline. The problem is that I have grey hair, so the foundation tends to make a mess because it shows up in my grey hair. So I have to go out and wash off a bit. But so if it looks disgusting, I will fix it later. Sorry. Doing the same old thing, using my Urban Decay primer potion. And it's just to get everything on that I put on my eyes to stay. With age comes oily eyelids, which I really wasn't prepared for. And drier skin. Yay! Winning combo. Oily T-zone, dry skin, and oily eyelids. Whoop-de-doo. It's fun to be a woman. We should actually get extra paid for being women, I think. With all the hormones and stuff. Making a weird face again, I'm sorry. I know I look strange. So there we go. I'm actually going to do a very simple look today. I'm just going to use my 2 favorite liners, Victoria Beckham Beauty Satin Kajal, but this is the jeweled one, and this is the new one called Cocoa Pavé. It's a brown glittery one, and then I'm using the navy blue one. Oh, there we go. I struggle a bit. They placed the name very good. You can clearly see that it says Victoria Beckham. But then when you want to see the name of the shade, it actually is more towards the end. So when you sharpen it, it disappears. And I'm guessing it's not a lot of problems for people who have one or two, but when you have like 20 liners, you have to rely on looking at the color, which bugs me a bit, but that's life. You'll work with it. I'm starting with the navy blue, and I'm going to put it on my tightline it on my inner rim. I was planning on using a blue mascara today as well. Go like that. And as I've said before, these are brilliant. They will set on your eyes. And if you make a bit of smudges, it's fine. Oh, sorry, I have my mirror. Really like these. And then the other eye. Sorry I'm doing everything in English now, but I do get more comments when I post on English. So if you're Swedish and prefer me to do the videos in Swedish, please press like and send me a message or write a comment, because I'm happy to do so. It's just that on my Swedish videos, I don't get as many comments and likes. So I'm guessing that people prefer it being in English. Okay, there we go. Ooh, somebody's dropping something on the bathroom floor. Cocoa pavé. Brilliant. So happy I got my hands on this one. Yummy. And it's a cool brown, which I really, really like. Today's going to be an easy one because I'm wearing all black. I tend to look like an undertaker. I have 50 shades of black in my wardrobe. I'm trying a little bit more, being more crazy now, wearing brown. But 95% of my wardrobe is black. As my husband always says, black is my happy color. Well, technically it's a tone, it's not a color, but it is my happy color. Using a brush from Flair, you can find these at Kicks in Sweden. I'm not sure if it might be a Swedish brand, could be. But if you can't get your hold of the Flair brushes, any old synthetic brush will do. There are so many nice brands making good brushes today. So, and this is what I love about the Victoria Beckham ones. Look, it's so easy to just blend them out. And then you can add more and blend out. I love these. I think they're gorgeous. So, I don't know if you can see, but you have some sparkle, which is great. And I just add a little bit more closer to the lash line to make it a little bit deeper. Whenever I say deeper, I'm always thinking about the song by Orbital. I'm an old raver and I really like Orbital. I actually ran away with my best friend to go to the concert when I was 14. They had a rave, and but they released a new song called Deeper with Tilda Swinton. So I completely recommend you listening to that one if you like techno and kind of that kind of vibe. So whenever I say deeper, I'm playing that song in my head. It's a brilliant song. Listen to it a lot this summer. There we go. I am going to put a little bit of eyeshadow on top of this, just to make sure that it stays put. I mean, normally it would on me, but you can never be too sure with oily lids. So I am going to place a little bit of my very much loved Lisa Eldridge Betty palette. One of my absolute favorites by her. It was a limited edition, and it's called Betty after her cat. And her cat actually has these kind of tones in her fur. So now I want the cat like that. I have a grey cat and I have a leopard one. So it doesn't look like my cat, but this palette is amazing. And since it was a limited edition, I actually bought a backup of it. But now apparently they are re-releasing it because there were so many people that wanted it back. So I'm happy for everyone else, but I have it too. So I'm set. I am going to use this color and place over my lid, and it's a nice kind of shiny shade. So it's very similar to the Cocoa Pavé color. It just adds a little bit more sparkle. See? It's such a nice palette. And I'm taking some on my other finger. And I need to take some Cocoa Pavé underneath my eyes as well. I mean, this look, you could use a black mascara, you can use a blue mascara, you can use a brown mascara, anything goes, literally. Well, I probably wouldn't do a red one, but that's just me. There we go. Ooh, I love this palette. It is gorgeous. Some more Cocoa Pavé. I think also that you probably could buy the eyeshadows from the Betty palette as singles. She usually sells them. I know I bought the lightest purple one. I bought an extra single of because I use it a bit. And I have it in a little travel palette. I'm not sure about the brown one. The brown shadow is called, we need the glasses. The brown one is called Posh. And it is Posh. And then I'm going to use, in my inner corners, I'm going to use the lightest one, my absolute favorite, which is High Maintenance. I also have a cat that's very high maintenance. We could be friends, Lisa. And if you haven't checked out Lisa Eldridge's YouTube channel, it's brilliant. I've been following her for nearly a decade. And she puts out makeup videos, and she is just the most brilliant makeup artist. She does a lot on older faces, younger faces. She's utterly brilliant and such a nice person, which is my favorite thing about her. She's nice to listen to and she seems absolutely lovely. I was actually supposed to meet her when they launched Lisa Eldridge makeup at Cow Perfumery in Sweden, but I got the flu. I mean, who does that? You have the chance to meet one of your idols, and no. It wasn't in the stars, I guess. So hopefully I get to meet her another day. So there we go. The brown is on, the blue is on, and I am placing a little bit of the High Maintenance shadow, the lightest purple in the Betty palette, on my inner corners. I love that. Makeup makes me happy. This is why I do it. This is like my morning yoga routine. The sheer fun of sitting down by my desk and decide, what color am I going to wear today? Who am I going to be today? Better than most things in this world. So, Betty palette, love it. There we go. And of course I need to put back some bronze in my face. I'm still very, very white, but you can see now that it actually matches up well with my rest of my complexion. Taking a big old Real Techniques brush because I just want a little wash of color. I don't want to place it in a specific location. So if I wanted to be very precise, I would just use a smaller brush. But this is just to get some life back into my face. There we go. Take some on my very white chin. Very white chin and very white eye bags. Oh yay. This is also trusted friend, the Depend one. Using it in every video. Oh, sorry, this was actually the one with the one blade. Not my favorite, but that one is in the wrong color, so I am going to use, dropping everything on my floor. There we go. The dual-ended one. That's my best friend. And then we paint on the non-existing brows, as usual. Sorry, one of my lights is misbehaving a bit. I don't know if you can see it. It's like going back and forth a bit. There we go. Need a boo-boo. But nothing a little Q-tip can't fix. All right. And as usual, I'm stepping back in the bathroom and checking my eyebrows later. Today I will be using the Chanel mascara, and I don't know what it's called. This one is called Noir Allure, but this is a limited edition color. It's called Anthracite, which to me is a shade of grey, but according to Chanel it's not. It is a very nice greyish, bluish, slightly purple one, and this was a limited edition for the Christmas release. I'm pretty sure you could probably find it. They also have a red one now with the Rouge Noir collection that just launched a couple of days ago. But I'm going to use the blue one. It's a beautiful color. Absolutely love it. And look, my friends, I'm learning to do the lower lashes first. Yay! It only took me 35 years. And the same, I mean, the blue is in this color is about the same as the nice brown one by Lisa Eldridge, the burnt amber one. It just makes your lashes a little bit softer, not as harsh as a black one. Oh no, why do I always keep poking myself in the eye? I know it's going to look horrid now, but I'll fix it. It just needs to dry, and then I need to take a Q-tip and fix it. It will be fine. If I don't poke my eyes, I'm severely allergic to pollen, I sneeze and then I have mascara around my entire face, which is not too fun. But I tend to poke my eyes a little bit more when you have these kind of short rubbery bristles. If you have the usual spoolies, I don't tend to stab myself as much. I don't know why. Could be also that I'm blind as a bat and don't really see what I'm doing, but who knows. Keep stabbing myself in the eye though, which is a lovely thing to do on a Friday. You can never stab yourself in the eye too many times, can you? All right, my friends, and I think I'm just about done. Almost. I'm gonna wash off the boo-boo. I still haven't used edits, so I don't know how to cut my videos shorter. Sorry, can't really be bothered leaving the bloopers in and the boo-boos and everything else. I will introduce a picture of the final steps later. I wish you all a very happy Friday. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know that you like it. And please leave a comment. And if you have any questions or if you want me to do it in Swedish, please let me know. Have an absolutely lovely weekend and I'll see you next week. Bye.